Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Litter Media Live. This is coming for the last day of this week, August the 22nd, 2025. Mike Smith, along with Aaron Glandon. Dan Ramey is on assignment. He'll be down with us on the field later tonight for our Litter Media Radio Game of the Week, which we'll tell you more about during the sports.
Yes.
And we're both wearing pretty much the same shirt today.
Yes, we are.
And we didn't even coordinate that.
Are you wearing khaki shorts also?
No, not today, nor tonight.
I'm wearing khaki shorts.
I'm a little concerned it's going to be chilly tonight near the end of the game, so don't want to do
So
that.
maybe I'll switch into jeans.
Could be, Rabbit. You like RFK Jr., do you exercise in your blue jeans?
No.
I still haven't figured that one out. Yeah,
That's insane.
A lot of people are asking questions about that. Our forecast today calls for sunshine. We'll climb up into the low 80s before the sun starts to set. If you're going to some high school football games in the area tonight, look for a kickoff temperature of about 80. And by games in around 10 o'clock, I think you're probably going to see low 70s, but 65 is the overnight low. For the weekend, sunshine and a high of the low 80s. I'm not seeing anything as far as rain all next week. And as we were talking before we went on the air, a good bit of next week, the daytime highs are in the low 70s with nighttime lows of 50.
Wow.
50. Now,
It's fall time.
if we were in the winter, we'd think that was a heat wave. But when you're used to 90s and all that, that gets chilly. When we come back, a slew of things to tell you about as far as our beneficial news that you can use. All that ahead on Litter Media Live. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Your trusted comfort advisor for more than 4 decades. Talking a lot about their service along with the sale. Whether you're residential or commercial, they can take care of it. Give them a call. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
If you haven't done so already, we hope that you will bookmark our website, littermedia.com, for beneficial news you can use at any time of the day, morning or evening. At the top of the news today, Jenn Thomas and Johnnie Johnson were in our studio. Was that yesterday or the day before?
This was yesterday after our daily show.
Yeah, they were in to talk about the Bark in the Park show with Dan Ramey on a special edition of Litter Media Live. Johnnie talking about how big this car show is.
This is one of the biggest car shows, I think, of the year.
For us, it is. The Igniters, which they've been doing it 45 years,
Yeah.
we're following in their shadows. We're trying to build up to that, but it is a great time. We expect at least 200 vehicles on that side of the park for that day.
Yeah, and when you talk about that side, you're talking about the Pump House Center for the Arts
Pump House
side?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you go down for this show, you get a chance to see it. That's coming up on what day this year?
Saturday. It is Labor Day, the Saturday of Labor Day every year.
Saturday of Labor Day.
Yep.
And a reminder that's coming up in Yoctangi Park on August the 30th. You can see the full interview along with all of the details, the QR code you can see there if you want to scan in on that. That's coming up again August 30th. You can get the whole interview on our Facebook, YouTube, and you said?
Spotify.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Tecumseh, the outdoor drama, is offering a special night or closing night special thanks to a local sponsor. These are $20 tickets all in, including a free program and a seat cushion. This applies to while tickets last. The offer is only good for Sunday, August 31st, which is the last show of the year. So
when Brandon Smith put this out on a video last night, he said they had 100 tickets. So between then and now, I have no idea how many. I've been checking and I haven't seen anything. So give them a call and see if there's still some for you. ODVS TAPS project pays tribute to an Ohioan who was killed in the line of duty. Each day they do that. Well, yesterday evening, Chillicothe native Brad Clemens was honored. Brad was killed on August 21st of 2005 in Iraq. So we salute the memory of our own Brad Clemens.
The Ohio Power Siting Board has approved an agreement allowing Eastern Cottontail Solar, LLC, to construct a 220-megawatt solar-powered electric generation facility in Walnut Township, which is in Fairfield County. The Eastern Cottontail Solar facility will consist of large arrays of photovoltaic modules, commonly referred to as solar panels, secured on a single-axis tracker racking system. The project will occupy 898 acres within a 1,550-acre project area. It will include associated facilities such as access roads, underground collection lines, inverters, and a substation.
If you live out in the Adena School District, this is something you might be of interest in. Progress is underway on what they're calling the Warrior Wellness Center, and you can now follow that progress on a live video stream. This particular still shot that we took for you is the parking areas, which it's got what was the parking area, the baseball diamonds all behind that. They hope to have this done by next year so that the old locker rooms that the football players, you had to use them. My Uncle Doc even used those back in the late 50s. That thing will be retired for just storage, and they'll have a wellness center that will also serve as the locker room. But you can see all of that as well. And also we posted or shared something last night, the new parking scheme for the football field while all this construction is going. If you go to our Litter Media YouTube or Facebook share as well as X, you'll see the diagram as it's on there.
Yeah. Circleville firefighters will conduct a stair climb on September 11th to commemorate the efforts of New York City first responders climbing the Twin Towers on 9/11. Initial registration fee supports National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. Any donation above registration or matching a flight supports Citizens for a Safer Circleville. This event is 9:59 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Circleville High School football stadium.
So they'll be climbing the bleacher steps as part of this project. You've seen in New York City, oftentimes they'll do this, climbing the steps of the Empire State Building or what is now the Freedom Tower. Round out your summer with some outdoor activities at the A.W. Marion and Deer Creek State Parks. Upcoming programs include evening kayak excursions, guided hikes like Adena Ridge and Seniors Hike on Adena Ridge, hands-on activities such as beaks and seeds and furs and feet, plus stargazing, bird migration games, and sustainability workshops. If you're interested in attending, Mackenzie Kitchen is the contact. That's mackenzie.kitchen@dnr.ohio.gov.
You can also check out the Pickaway County Park District. They have a full lineup of fun and educational programs this fall, from creative workshops like wild thread sewing and butterfly tagging experience to outdoor adventures with walk-along Wednesdays and stream quality surveys. There's something for everyone to enjoy. You can also explore local history at Archaeology Day or find relaxation at Tai Chi in the parks. View more info about this at pickaway.com.
Road reports a resurfacing project on State Route 772 between the Ross-Pike County line and Al-Leith Road. At least one lane is being maintained using flaggers through this fall. A lot of sports to talk about, including the kickoff of high school football season, which technically started last night for a couple of area teams, but our broadcasters tonight will tell you all about it coming up on Litter Media Live.
But first, we want to tell you about the Skag clearance sale, which is on right now. These prices are so low down there, you're going to think they've lost their minds. Choose from a wide selection of Skag mowing equipment, but you'd better hurry because once clearance inventory is gone, it's gone, and the low prices with them. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Do yourself a favor and call Hometown Motors Incorporated 740-773-8826 for more information. Hometown Motors Incorporated, your store for the great outdoors.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
And, of course, we'll have this week's winner of the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week, brought to you by Homeland Credit Union, coming up at the end of the Sportscast. Taking a look at the game that we have tonight as our radio coverage begins on Litter Media Radio, it's the Paint Valley Bearcats hosting the Valley Indians. Yours truly and BJ Daly on the play-by-play call. Dan Ramey and Aaron will be moseying around with some cameras. So if you see that camera pointing at you, give them a nice Litter Media wave.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. All that airtime tonight, 650, just put your phone right over the QR code there, or you can go to our website at littermedia.com, hit it there. You can also find us on Live 365 app, which is kind of comparable to what most folks are used to with the iHeart app. It's just a separate entity there. Taking a look at the Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School scoreboard. Big story last night in girls golf was that Chillicothe girls won their first conference match since 2022. They won the FAC match number 4 at Chillicothe Country Club. Congratulations to them. Jackson was second with a 220. On SVC boys golf, last night Westfall Owls out the distance runner-up Piketon 162 to 191. That was at Dogwood Hills. High school football actually got started in the area last night. Two of our area teams, Unioto pounced on Portsmouth 42 to nothing, and Piketon 42 to 19 over Northwest. I'm pretty sure the continuous clock got going in that Unioto game. Also in sports last night, a couple of big notes. In volleyball, South Webster beat Southeastern in straight sets. Logan Elm over Westfall in straight sets. Huntington went 5 to beat Lynchburg Clay. Zane Trace in 3 over Fairfield Union. Circleville was a winner over Tays Valley. Waverly beat Washington, as in Washington Courthouse, and Hillsborough down North Adams. In boys soccer, McLean shuts out Zane Trace. Western over Wellston. Western over Wellston. That's kind of tough to say that real fast. In girls soccer, Reynoldsburg beat Chillicothe 3-1. McLean over Zane Trace. Miami Trace beat Fairfield, and Wheelersburg over Jackson. In girls tennis, Hillsborough shuts out Chillicothe by a score of 5-0.
Nothing last night in pro baseball, but the Reds will be in Arizona tonight and the Guardians at Texas for a weekend series.
Now, I can tell you, because we've been following this too, the New York Mets lost last night. So with the Reds not playing, they gain a half a game, so they're a half a game out behind the Mets for that final wild card spot. So now it's time for our Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union, and it is Chillicothe girls cross-country runner Gabby Maranzana. She finished third place in the Division II Girls OHSAA preseason invite. That was a week ago in a time of 19 minutes, 48.35 seconds. Gabby, congratulations. Not the first time she's gotten this award. She got it last fall, but she's a sophomore now. Very talented young lady with a great career ahead of her. If you'd like to nominate a player of the week, please email that to us and make sure that you include the player's name, where they go to school. And if you can send some stats, like for the week, on their performance, that way we can get a good idea of if we have to critique that against another nomination. And that email is
littermedia@gmail.com. And if you could include a photo with your permission for us to use it, that would also be real good.
Okay. As we will close, as we always do here in a moment, our This Date in History takes us to 1864, and this, of all days, could have been the day that I could have drawn the picture. But we let Aaron, because he likes to play with the markers.
Yes.
That's coming up next on Litter Media Live.
But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. There's no bill when there's a fill. Contact Litter Quality Propane today about our metered gas service at litterpropane.com.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit dixiechopper.com.
Back with our closing historical moment, history moment. This date in 1864, the Geneva Convention of 1864, which deals with the injured and sick military personnel in the field. 12 nations meeting in Geneva sign on to this agreement. The agreement, advocated by Swiss humanitarian Jean-Henri Dunant, called for a nonpartisan care to the sick and wounded in times of war and provided for the neutrality of medical personnel. It also proposed the use of the international emblem, and this is what Aaron has drawn for us here, to mark medical personnel and supplies. In honor of Dunant's nationality, a red cross on a white background, which is the Swiss flag in reverse, was chosen. The organization became known later as the International Committee of the Red Cross. And then many years later, in 1901, Dunant was awarded the first Nobel Peace Prize. And it all started on this date in 1864.
I used the tissue box to get it real square.
Oh, very good. Yes. But I guess the only part of that story that I didn't know was that it was honor of him as a Swiss, but it was the Swiss flag in reverse.
Yeah.
Because their flag is white on a red background.
And they're known for their neutrality.
Yeah. In fact, isn't the papal guard, the people that guard the Pope, they're Swiss Army Guard, right?
I don't know. I didn't know.
But they dress in like middle age armor, so with a spear. So if something really bad happened,
that's not going to help a whole lot.
I think they have real live protectors there.
Okay.
But those guys are obviously ceremonial. That's going to cover it for us today on today's daily program. Don't forget to join us tonight on Litter Media Radio. Paint Valley, Hosting Valley will be on the air at about 6:50 tonight. Until then, for Aaron Glandon and for Dan Ramey, have a great weekend, everybody, from all of us at Litter Media Live.